Anyway, folks, let's get straight into it now. Of course, we had the Shield matches over the weekend. Let's first take a look at the results from the Varsity Shield. And there you see it was CUT, FNB CUT beating TUT 42 points to 20. And a great win at UWC for FNB UWC. A 28-12 win for them over Fort Hare. So then we, of course, have now our finalists. It's going to be UWC taking on CUT this, not this coming Monday, but following Monday in Bloemfontein. It was a great win for UWC. And Jerome, there were minutes in the game there that of course, going into half-time, they were behind 8 points to 12.
Yeah, definitely, JP. I mean, they came, and we knew it's not going to be easy because it is a semi-final, so they came out firing. But we told our guys beforehand they're going to come, so we just need to soak up the pressure. And I must say, JP, it's actually good that we've talked to you last week about getting the guys up, because the second half the guys were really up, so you've done well there. I hope they can take you with this week, next week through Bloem.
Yeah, we've had discussions about going with. I don't know if they're going to allow me onto the side of the field with the microphone in Bloemfontein. You know, you wouldn't want half the crowd walking away with heart attacks and cardiac arrest and stuff like that. They get a little bit too excited. But we had a fantastic crowd at UWC on Monday.
No, there was a lot of people, JP, and I must say it was really really awesome crowd, and they really. Sort of like they say, back their boykies, and they've got them up, and yeah, it's a good win for us. And I mean, it's the first time that UWC are playing in the Shield final. It's just a pity that there's no going up this season. There's no relegations or whatever, so yeah. It's just a pity now that they're up there that there's nothing like that. But yeah, we're still positive. We need to go out, and we set our goals to win the cup. So,
well, let's take a look at some of the highlights now from the match between FNB UWC and FNB Fort Hare. It was a great game. Great game there between Fort Hare and UWC. Coming out on top there, of course, UWC. Jerome, fantastic game.
Definitely, JP, and we're fortunate because we took a bit of a dip midway through the season, but the last two games, we just went back to what worked for us in the first two games. So yeah. We went back to that, like sort of back to the basics, get the guys on track again. So we sort of on the high now. And CUT hasn't lost a game yet, so it's by time that they lose a game. And you know that the 8-man, Jabula, who scored that last try for us, He played for Zimbabwe in the sevens over the weekend in Hong Kong. He flew almost 24 hours.
You mean he was traveling more than you were traveling? Almost.
If you look at the kilometers to Paul, it's a bit more. Yeah, I mean it's just amazing. We kept him and said we're gonna give him the last 20 minutes, and he went up and he scored try. So Morgan, you know about jet lag and things like that, but I think that's just the saying. Is that guy proved that he can actually do it?
No, look, when it comes to semi-finals and finals, it's pretty simple. I think there's no jet lag. I mean, you saw the Sharks do it when they went away. Obviously, they took a hiding, and last year the Super 15. But I mean, the same thing. You go there, there's no jet lag. It's the guys. Well,
I mean, they're not to be jumping into Super 15 right now, but look at the cheaters. But of course, talking about fun, the most exciting part though about the Varsity Cup, and I think this is, in Varsity Cup, Varsity Shield, we always refer to it as Varsity Cup, is the fact that you can go to a game and it's not just 80 minutes of rugby, whereas it might be a win or lose. And we've been talking about this so much in the world of club rugby and why club rugby has become so exciting, because through the social media aspect, everybody is now involved in rugby. You're able to watch from Division 1 to Division 2, and we're going to talk about social media a little bit later. But clearly what's happened in the Varsity Cup is the entertainment factor. What they're doing at the games gives the fans so much more value over and above 80 minutes of rugby and what happens between the white lines. Let's take a look at some of the entertainment in the match between FNB UWC and FNB Fort Hare.
They are looking gorgeous tonight. Miss Varsity Shield 2013, Jill Costa.
Oh, fantastic scenes tonight. Absolutely great game. I think the boys gave it an amazing effort, and this is a continuous crowd here. They've been amazing for us all season. Next one is to them, and through the final we can convert it into. Thanks a lot.
It was lekker, even though I got 5 minutes, but it was lekker. Good one for the win. We're going to the final next week. Yeah, I'm glad, happy. Happy guys.
It was an awesome game, mate. It was nice to see the guys pulling on some weight there. So we're looking forward to next week now. The guys are ready, we're focused, and we're taking this one home.
I'm very happy. Yes. And into the final. That's what we wanted.
Well done, you love your boys. Here we come, Bloom. We're ready for you. Very proud of you.
Well done, guys played very well. They kept the composure. Excellent job at all between the three guys. So it was a good game.
Massive entertainment in that match there, UWC, of course, against Fort Hare. Jerome, how much difference does that crowd make? I mean, at one stage, we even saw one of the guys in the stand with the microphone singing.
Yeah, I thought at one stage it was you, JP, but I don't know how's your causa, but that guy was quite fluent, so
Yeah.
He was good. He actually helped you a lot there, getting the guys.
He was fantastic. Once, you have to, from an MC point of view, and as someone who has to try and control the entertainment and the vibe, which is very important, I think, for any game. Is to create the vibe so the crowd gets active, and then of course the crowd getting active, the players on the field can feel it. The previous game we had a very rough time. The crowd was really not quite getting into it. And I just felt at one stage when we gave that guy the microphone, he was able to get the crowd singing. So it was better for me to back off a little bit and let him go, and it was amazing. It was really world class.
Oh, did you give him the mic?
Yeah, we had two microphones on the field. Because in the Varsity Shield, you normally have the MC and you have what's called a warrior. So I'm the MC, I control everything, and as you would have seen on TV there, folks, there's a DJ who plays clips and music, and he plays in little stings and adverts and stuff to give value back to the sponsors. So there's a second microphone and which the Warrior uses. Now the Warrior's job is sort of to run up and down the crowd. Now the Shield teams, they don't have Warriors. They've only got an MC. Whereas the Varsity Cup guys have got an MC and a Warrior. And they're all organized with kit and everything. And the Shield, but luckily at the Varsity Shield match with UWC, we've got me as the MC, and there's a chap, Simpiwe, who knows the UWC songs very well. And so we have a second microphone, and that was fantastic.
No, that was really great, really great. No, he got the guys up there, and I mean, right till the end of the game, the people were singing, and it was awesome.
Yeah, and of course, some of the other things that you would have seen there, folks, was the Miss Varsity Shield that was handed over. So lots of entertainment there. Really, in terms of the crowd, it was world class, and as I say, lots of great entertainment. So if you have a chance to go to any of the Varsity Cup matches or any of the Shield matches, of course, we are now heading into the finals. So that's your season pretty much done. We'll wait to see who the winners are going to be of the Shield and the Varsity Cup. Let's quickly take a look now at the logs in the Varsity Shield, and you see how the teams ended up at the top of the bottom. CUT there, they are in first place on 37 points. As you see now, all the teams have played 8 games. And UWC, after 8, having won 4 matches. CUT, incidentally, they've played 8 and they've won 8. Extremely strong. And of course, there you see UWC on 21 points. KZN, Fort Hare, and TUT make up the bottom 3. The interesting thing here, and Morgs, you would remember this, is that UWC and CUT were the first teams to play in the Shield. And incidentally, they're now the last 2 teams to play in the Shield. This is ironic.
Yeah, I think they were the curtain raisers to the Varsity Shield, and I think they're going to be the closing act too. So yeah, fitting finale, I think. But I just looking at the logs, I think one thing that stands out, Japs, is the fact that, like we spoke all year, it's you get the entertainment at your stadium, you win your home games, and you make it to the final. I mean, they played 8, they've won 4. You play 4 home games, you play 4 away games.
Yeah.
So you win your home games and you're in the final. So something to take, it's something to take for next year's competition.
Yeah, I mean, and as we know, the away games are so much tougher than in normal competitions. So you can pretty much write off your away games if you're going to get your. But CUT clearly have pointed out, CUT showed that you can win your away games. I mean, Mr. H, they won 8 games on the trot.
Yeah, that shows the strength and the depth of the university.
Yeah.
But I think they're preparing themselves to go to the next level.
Yeah, of course. The real bonus for both teams now is that they don't have to change the posters. They can change the date. They can take the posters from the from the previous competition. We're going to take an ad break. When we come back, we'll take a look what's happening in the Varsity Cup. Another final coming up there. Back with you guys in a mo.
Hi, I'm Bob Skinstead, and you're watching Cape Rugby TV.
Cape Rugby TV it is, on Cape Town TV, Wednesdays at 9. Make sure you join us. If you haven't found us on Facebook yet, which is where all the information pours out now, www.facebook.com/Cape Rugby TV. And of course, Saturdays keep us pumping with your information on Twitter at Cape Rugby TV. Let's take a look now at the results in the Varsity Cup matches. Marties, well, 1 point win, 16-15 over NMMU, otherwise known as the Madibas. And Tuks, well, they managed to pull off a victory there, 61 points to 24. So we're going to be seeing a Tuks against Marty's final. Gentlemen, that was a little bit close to call. 1 point, Mr. H.
Yes, it was. The wind played a vital role. I've never seen the wind blow so much at Danny Craven Stadium. And playing with the wind in the first half, the Madibas didn't really use the wind. In fact, they overused the wind because on about 3 or 4 occasions when they kicked from their 22, the ball went right over the dead ball line on the other side and they had to come all the way back. So strong was the wind. And in the second half, when they had the opportunity to clinch the game, they missed all their conversions. And right at the end, 3 minutes into injury time, they got a penalty, but virtually in front of the post. But the wind took the ball completely off course.
It's amazing what can happen in the dying seconds. Yeah. I specifically remember one match, Morgan, and you'll be able to tell. I'd love to know from you, what does it feel like when I watched you guys play, was it the British and Irish Lions at Newlands against the emerging box? And it was, who was our kicker? Willem de Waal in the last minute slotting that. Did you?
Yeah, I played in that game, yes.
You
Yeah, I
played
mean, look, that was an unbelievable game. It stormed all game long.
Yeah.
The wind howled. And the final, I mean, I think it was, I think it might have been Bjorn Besson who scored in the corner.
No.
And Willem de Waal had the kick from the corner. And it was literally, and the funny thing was, it was a win or draw. It wasn't a case of win or lose.
Yeah.
And we didn't have much hope of the kick going over, but with Willem and his reputation, I think he slotted it straight to the middle of the post.
He was a real dead-eyed dick. He could really slot the ball.
No, he could look, Japes. He was one of the few kickers that we've had in South Africa that could really slot it from anywhere in the field. He had accuracy as well as distance, which a lot of players don't have.
What was going through your mind there in the finals? I mean, there you're playing against the British and Irish Lions, the emerging box, and I mean, you're certainly going, well, it's now all about the kick. But at the same time, you got a guy like Willem. What's going through your mind?
Look, it's a bit of both. It's a bit of wishful thinking. It was literally from the corner of the field. But with a guy like that, with big match temperament, he's been around for ages. You've got a little bit of confidence as well as sort of, a sort of a doubt. So yeah, I mean, we were lucky on the day.
What did it feel like to beat the British and Irish Lions? I mean, one of those tours that come around once, I think, to South Africa every 16 years or so. They play only every 4 years. What did it feel like to beat the mighty British and Irish Lions?
Yeah, look, Japes, I mean, we unfortunately didn't beat them. We drew with them. But again, I mean, it's still something that is it's my sort of biggest rugby memory is sort of playing against the British Lions, and then drawing against them was also, in itself is an achievement. I mean, no other team even got close to them, and besides the Springboks who beat them. So, something that I'll cherish forever. And I mean, the crowd that we had at Newlands that day in the rain, everyone in their rain suits.
Yeah.
It's one of my fondest rugby memories.
I remember that game fondly. And you know what the beauty of rugby is? It just goes to show when it comes to rugby how quickly you get off the topic. We were in the middle of talking about the Varsity Cup, and I started talking about the emerging box, the British Irish Lions. That's the beauty of rugby. Let's quickly look at who will be playing in the finals of the Varsity Cup. And there we see it. Will be Marties against Tuks. They'll be playing at the Craven Stadium in a fortnight. At kickoff there at 5 o'clock. And there, of course, is a TV match. And don't forget then, of course, the other final. It's FNB CUT who take on FNB UWC. That's going to be a cracker of a match. They're playing in Bloemfontein. That kickoff is at 4:30. So it's going to be monster matches. And how fantastic to see two Western Province club teams playing in the finals of the Varsity Cup and in the Varsity Shield. That being Marties and of course UWC. So well done, guys. You've had a fantastic season, and congratulations and best of luck for the finals. I'm sure we're going to see yet another. Imagine if we could have a double there. Time for us to take an ad break.